Hello and welcome. You're tuned into Market Sense right here on ET Now. I'm Avan Dabash. Well, Nikunj, it looks like the markets are completely unabated by those downgrades.
It is, but if you look at how things have moved for Indian markets today, despite global help, I would say it's a very non-inspirational day for Indian markets. So Nifty is clearly staying above 5350, 5360, but the Bank Nifty, which is a very powerful group, that group is not chipping in. Now, so for markets to really regain some serious momentum, you need some leadership. So Reliance was the big leader on Monday, Infosys was the big leader on Tuesday, but today there is definitely some leadership vacuum. Having said that, on a day when two of India's biggest foreign brokerages, they've downgraded the GDP forecast for this year for FY13 for GDP from 6.5% to sub 6%. If Indian markets are holding on, I would say that's a victory for the bull. So the bottom line here is that despite global odds, Indian markets are moving on strong volumes, and more than fundamental news, it is once again liquidity which is making all the difference.
So let's pull out some of the top gainers then in today's session. And you'd have to say that it's the metals pack which is really leading from the front. Hindalco tops the list. You've got Jindal Steel and Power as well as Sterlite Industries and Sesa Goa. That entire cluster is giving a good support to the market. BPCL features on the gainers list after a while, Ranbaxy, and you've got Infosys as well as Tata Steel, which are doing fairly well for themselves. Apart from that, let's also just get on board our technical experts who now join in to dissect the markets in further detail. We've got with us Rajat Bose joining in from RajatKBose.com in Kolkata, Prakash Gaba, CFT of PrakashGaba.com right here with us in our Mumbai studios. It's 53.58. Rajat, that's the word on the Nifty. What's the trend that you're now mapping out?
See, the Nifty has actually, it is attempting to clear 5350. It has already cleared the initial resistance above 5300 levels. So now what I'm looking at is immediately the level of 5371 and thereafter 5384. These are the two immediate resistance levels studying from a technical point of view. And but one thing I would like to mention here is that maybe 5350 to 5400 may not be that tough a job, but if you look at the earlier part of this week, especially when the markets had been falling after making a top around 600 in February, between 5450 and 5400 there had been a lot of selling, and the similar kind of selling can be expected if the market were to move up to 5400 to about 5450. But for now, if the market were to stay above 5350, you can expect more bullishness. And apt observations from Nikunj that today I am actually hard pressed to find any leadership from any quarters, and unless the banks really join in, Nifty's gains would be tempered to that extent, because banks contribute the maximum gains in all these days. We have seen that. So I'm keenly watching if the banks come in to rejoin the rally.
GVK Power Q1 numbers are out, and the company has reported an operational loss of 5.7 crore. Of course, these numbers are not comparable because last year GVK had some extraordinaries also. Now, these are standalone numbers. The way to assess GVK Power is that you always look at consolidated picture, because they have airports, they have cross investments in power projects, they also have cross investments in some infra projects, and they also have some global exposure. So let's wait for the fine print. Never react to the first flash. That's a very basic thumb rule for GVK Power. But some of these asset owners in last 4 or 5 days, they've not appreciated on strong volume. So typically when markets are in a high beta mode, names like GVK, GMR, Lanco, Suzlon, excepting HDIL, none of the high momentum stocks or ranked mid-cap stocks have gone up on strong volumes. The consolidated picture, that is the number which I was looking for. There is a fat loss of 64.3 crore. I would imagine this is largely on account of power, largely on account of what's happening in Australia, and the fact that the company has failed to reduce their interest burden. So not good set of numbers. Not that market was expecting anything large from GVK Power, but these numbers may not nudge the needle much on the upside and again on the downside for GVK Power. Let's go to Prakash. Prakash, in quick time, Nifty has appreciated from levels of 5150 to about 5350. Do you think it is worth chasing the Nifty even after 5300?
Chasing with a stop, yes. Without a stop, I would be slightly cautious. It's already run up around 200 points in 3 trading sessions from swing low to swing high. The technical targets on the Nifty is 5450. That still stands valid. It's just that it's moved too fast, so maybe it might pause here. If someone has to chase it, sure, go out and chase it. But with a stop below 5340, that's it. Trade long.
Okay, and what are your trading ideas?
Well, I like two stocks. One is Hindalco. That's looking good to me. Structurally positive. Seen a beautiful up move today. When I'd given it to us, come back closer to 120. I think we should have a target closer to 126. Give a day or two. Have a stop below the 119 and trade long. Second stock that I like is Power Finance. It's got a beautiful up move. Good momentum. It's looking for a breakout. It's already given a breakout already. And have a stop below the levels of 187. Can it go to 195? I think yes, it can go to 195. There's a good up move possible here in Power Finance and Hindalco.